Hi, my name is Addie and I'm going to show you how to make mac and cheese using cheese from one of our community foods producer, Rochdale Farms. So right now I have all my ingredients. We have 2 tablespoons of butter, a half a teaspoon of paprika, got 3 ounces of cream cheese, 2 tablespoons of flour, and we're going to be using Rochdale's in collaborations with Red Barn, mild cheddar cheese, and Colby Jack cheese. So right now we have our water boiling and we're going to use just 1 bag of elbow macaroni noodles. You can use whatever macaroni noodles you want. And while that cooks, I'm gonna go ahead and shred our mild cheddar. This is about 10 ounces. And you wanna get the block of cheddar, block of cheese, because it melts better. And while I do this, I can tell you all more about Community Foods. It's an initiative at Seward Co-op that highlights 3 out of the 5 attributes: locally owned, cooperative, small, inclusive membership, and or uses sustainable practices. And then we're gonna go ahead with our Colby Jack cheddar. And we only need about 8 ounces of the Colby Jack cheddar. So we're gonna heat up our pan on medium heat. I'm gonna go ahead and stir up some of this macaroni. It's very important to stir your macaroni noodles because it helps them not stick together and from sticking to the bottom of the pan. So while we wait for our pan to heat up, I can tell you some things about Rochdale Farms. Rochdale Farm is a cooperative that is dedicated to help small-scale farmers and farmer cooperatives grow sustainably, as well as market their products and support local communities. Their cows are also pasture raised, which means they get to roam around outdoors, especially during the growing season. I'm gonna go ahead and add in our 2 tablespoons of butter. You don't want your heat up too high because you don't want to burn your butter or brown the butter. All right, now we're gonna add in our 2 tablespoons of flour. And when you do this, you want to whisk it at the same time because it's gonna get thick. We're making a roux, which is a thickening agent. I'm just gonna stir that up. And you want to constantly whisk it as fast as possible so you don't get any lumps or chunks. And once that's combined, we're gonna add about 2 cups of milk. And we're gonna whisk that as well. And you wanna whisk it while you're pouring it in. You don't wanna whisk it all, put the milk in all at the same time. You wanna whisk it. Now I'm gonna add in my 3 ounces of cream cheese. And we're just gonna go ahead and whisk that in. You wanna whisk this until you don't have any more chunks of cream cheese. All right, now we're gonna add in our Colby Jack cheese. Make sure you put your temperature on low. And then we're gonna add in a handful at a time. And now we're gonna add in our medium cheddar. You can also do this recipe with gluten-free noodles as well. And you can also make mac and cheese you can make your sauce without flour as well. Now we're gonna add in our half a teaspoon of paprika. Add in some pepper. Add as much as you like. I like to use sea salt, but you can use whatever salt you like. I like to use sea salt, kosher salt, and add as much as you need. As this cooks a little bit, we're gonna go ahead and check on our noodles. So our noodles are all finished, and I'm just gonna go ahead and drain these. I'm gonna add the noodles back to our pan. And then going to go ahead and add in our cheese sauce. And for this step, your pan, you don't have to keep your stove on, since the noodles are already hot and the cheese is already hot. So it's all done.